Welcome to my report on the developments on the battlefield. Let's get into it. Russian advances in Kursk and Sumy regions, Ukrainian progress in Toretsk. Kursk and Sumy, Russian forces, under the Sever group of forces, successfully liberated Lebedevka, Kursk, and Novinkoy, Sumy, continuing their offensive near the Sumy border. They captured more forested areas in low-lying terrain, forcing Ukrainian forces back toward Basivka, gaining an additional 0.73 square kilometers of territory. This highlights sustained Russian pressure in the border region, further pushing Ukrainian defenses back. Toretsk, on the other hand, in Toretsk, Ukrainian forces are counterattacking, making gains in the southern Zaborka district. They secured 6 residential blocks, pushing north and east, occupying half of the private sector, advancing 0.19 square kilometers in favor of Ukraine. The battle for Toretsk continues, with both sides exerting considerable pressure on each other. Impact on the battlefield. While Russia strengthens its foothold in the Kursk and Sumy regions, Ukraine has managed limited advances in Toretsk. The dynamics remain fluid, with Russian forces making steady territorial gains, while Ukraine fights back in key urban sectors. Locations and sources: Lebedevka and Novinkoy in the Kursk and Sumy regions, respectively, Toretsk in Donetsk. Report from the Russian Defense Ministry and AMK mapping. Next, breakthrough in Sudzha. Russian forces' successful underground operation strikes at Ukrainian rear. Tactical importance. Russian special forces have achieved a significant breakthrough in Sudzha by infiltrating Ukrainian defensive lines via the Urengoy-Pomeryuzhgorod gas pipeline. The operation involved multiple elite units, including the Veterans Brigade, Aida SPN, Akhmat Group, 30th MSP, 11th Airborne Brigade, and Vostok Brigade. This innovative method of maneuvering through underground pipes, crucial for gas transport, has allowed Russian forces to bypass Ukrainian front lines and strike deep into their rear, disrupting their defensive structures. Impact on the battlefield. The successful completion of this complex underground operation marks a significant tactical victory for Russian forces. The ability to strike the enemy from unexpected angles will likely have a profound impact on Ukrainian morale and operational security, especially as it undermines their control over critical infrastructure. The ongoing offensive, which continues to gain momentum, further tightens Russia's grip in the region. Source: T.me, Arvoenka. Next, Ukrainian forces routed in Sudzha. Russian artillery destroys escape attempt. Tactical importance. On March 9, 2025, a Ukrainian column attempting to retreat through Sudzha, Kursk region, was decimated by Russian artillery. The operation began when Ukrainian forces ran into a blown-up bridge, blocking their escape route. The Russian military capitalized on this vulnerability, targeting the rear of the column with precision artillery fire, effectively neutralizing the enemy forces. Impact on the battlefield. The destruction of this column signifies a major setback for Ukrainian forces in the Kursk region, further weakening their defensive posture. The precise targeting of the Ukrainian equipment not only inflicts material losses but also disrupts morale. This tactical success highlights Russia's dominance in controlling key supply and escape routes, continuing to erode Ukrainian capabilities in the region. Location: Sudzha, Kursk region. Source: T.me, Arvoenka. Next, the column of the Ukrainian armed forces escaping from Sudzha was finished off by night kamikazes. Operators of the Russian army's attack drones, together with artillery, finished off a column of vehicles of the occupiers stuck in the eastern part of the city and burned all the equipment of the Ukrainian armed forces. http://t.me/rvvoenkor. Next, Russian forces advance towards Pokrovsk, destroy NATO equipment and Ukrainian infantry. Tactical importance. On March 7, 2025, Russian forces, particularly the Center Group, conducted successful offensive operations near Pokrovsk. The operation focused on destroying key NATO-supplied combat equipment, such as armored vehicles, as well as Ukrainian infantry positions. The footage highlights the destruction of mortars, firing points, and military vehicles, emphasizing Russia's effective targeting of high-value enemy assets. Impact on the battlefield. The successful strikes by the center group further destabilize Ukrainian positions in the Pokrovsk direction, weakening their defensive capabilities. The loss of NATO-supplied equipment, along with the heavy casualties inflicted on Ukrainian infantry, hampers Ukraine's ability to mount a coherent defense, solidifying Russia's tactical advantage in the region. The advance towards Pokrovsk is a significant step in Russia's broader strategy to neutralize key Ukrainian strongholds. Location: Pokrovsk region. Source: T.me, Arvoenka. Next, Russian forces advance towards Pokrovsk, destroy NATO equipment and Ukrainian infantry. Tactical importance. On March 7, 2025, Russian forces, particularly the Center Group, conducted successful offensive operations near Pokrovsk. The operation focused on destroying key NATO-supplied combat equipment, such as armored vehicles, as well as Ukrainian infantry positions. The footage highlights the destruction of mortars, firing points, and military vehicles, emphasizing Russia's effective targeting of high-value enemy assets. Impact on the battlefield. The successful strikes by the Center Group further destabilize Ukrainian positions in the Pokrovsk direction, weakening their defensive capabilities. The loss of NATO-supplied equipment, along with the heavy casualties inflicted on Ukrainian infantry, hampers Ukraine's ability to mount a coherent defense, solidifying Russia's tactical advantage in the region. The advance towards Pokrovsk is a significant step in Russia's broader strategy to neutralize key Ukrainian strongholds. Location: Pokrovsk region. Source: T.me, Arvoenka. Next, Kubatkin near Sudzha has been liberated. Occupiers are fleeing the area. Small black square hash in the Sudzansky district. Under the blows of our troops, the enemy left their positions on the Kubatin farm and is fleeing for Ivashkovsky. Our fighters are working on the fleeing militants. T.me, Arvoenka. I hope you enjoy my reports of the situation. Please subscribe and follow me here on YouTube and on my X account. We need to stay informed, that is your duty. Thank you very much. The opinion, at the Truth DW.